Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Everything is awesome when we live in our dream. Everything is better when we stick together. Side by side, you and I gonna win forever. Let's party forever.
Hi, I'm Brooklyn, and welcome to the very first episode of Fierce, Fat, and Fabulous. Since it is the very first video, I would like to just take a couple of seconds and thank a few people that really helped me get here. The first is Tara Cecilia. She is a huge icon in the fashion movement as well as in my life and in the body positive movement as well. If you do not follow her or are not subscribed to her, I definitely recommend it. She is going places and she's going to take anybody that's with her places. She is somebody that will motivate you and she will help you get to where you need to be. She is somebody I consider one of my best friends, and I'm very lucky to have you in my life, Tara, so thank you. And if you would like to follow her, I'm going to post a link down in the description and you can subscribe. Next, I would like to just thank my friend Jenica and my friend Brittany, who have really gotten me a lot more open in general with myself and with people, and they've just really helped me become who I am and get me where I need to be. So thank you guys for that, as well as my amazing boyfriend and my amazing family. Thank you so much for supporting me and being there for me through everything. So with all the sappy stuff done, we're now going to jump into Manic Makeup Monday. If you can say that 3 times fast, I will be very proud of you. So on Manic Makeup Mondays, we're going to be reviewing products that I use daily, as well as on my clients, on me. This is something that you will find in my kit all the time. So we are going to start reviewing products, and we are going to start with face products first. So we're going to start with the primer. So my all-time favorite primer right now is the Smashbox Pore Minimizing Primer. This primer is amazing. Smashbox has about, I think, like 8 different primers, so there's one for all different types of skin types. This primer is really good for people that have bigger pores or smaller lines in their face and they're looking to blur it. This will do just that for you. And as well, it feels really satiny, so it feels really nice on your skin. It is $50, so it is a little bit more expensive, but it actually does what it says it's going to do. So for that, I'm willing to pay. Moving on. Next is the foundation, and I'm just going to say that I really hope that you spend the time that you need to find a good foundation. If you don't have a good foundation, you're going to really regret it. You're going to run out of it fast. It's not going to stay. You're just going to get really disappointed in your foundation, and I don't want that for you. So if you don't have a good foundation, please spend the time and go and find one. Make sure it's a great match for your skin tone and a great match for your skin type as well. So now, this is one of my favorite foundations I'm using right now. It's Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation. This is the newer version. A lot of people did like the older version, but I find that this one works a lot better for my skin. With this foundation, it is a medium coverage. However, I do find that you can build it up to more of a fuller coverage if you have a bad breakout or if you just prefer a little bit more full coverage. And with this foundation, you don't want to buff. I've had a lot of people that have buffed it into the skin and it looks really dry and it doesn't look great. So what you want to do is you're going to want to get a beauty blender. If you don't have a beauty blender, I definitely recommend it. It saves you a lot of product because it's not going to soak up the product like a lot of brushes does. And it's also not going to leave those streaks that you get with brushes. And who wants a streaky face? We want it to look natural. So you're going to take your beauty blender, you're going to put on a little dab of this, and you're going to just dab, and you're going to pull. You always want to start from the inside of your face and work out, because generally you don't need a lot of foundation for the outside of your face. Generally it's really the middle. So it's going to save you some product. This foundation also works really great on videos, photos, in the sunlight. It is high definition, so it gives you that high definition look. It looks flawless in anything. So I recommend this foundation. If you don't have a foundation, go and try to get matched to this foundation. It has a lot of different shades, so there's pretty much just a color for everybody. And next we have my contour kit. I get asked a lot of times, what do I use to contour? So my secret is this little KatVonD contour kit. It's Shade and Light, and inside we're going to see, because it's broken, so we're going to be very careful. Right here, my son likes to play with my makeup. So we have 3 contour shades right down here, and then we also have 3 highlight shades. Now a lot of people don't use all 3 of the shades. I actually do. A lot of people only use 1 or 2 and they find it easier. I find it's best to use them all. You can use the warmer and the cooler tone, the lighter ones for during the day, and then you could just use the darker one really to give a little bit more of an edge to your contour for night, so it's going to show up a little bit better. I only use one of the highlights. It's in the Shade and Light contour kit, only because I prefer to use another highlight, which I'm going to show you in a second, but it's got all the highlights you will need. It's got a yellower highlight, you know, for concealing any redness that you might have. It's got the pink highlight to really just stand out. Like, I use the pink right underneath my contour and it really just has it stands out. And they're matte, so they're not going to shimmer. A lot of people like matte highlights, so this would be the palette for you. Next we have my favorite highlight in the world. If you are a fan of makeup, I imagine that you've most definitely heard of Jaclyn Hill. Jaclyn Hill got together with Becca and they created this beautiful baby, which is known as Champagne Pop. Champagne Pop is the best highlighter I've ever used. It looks great on every skin tone. Dark, light, doesn't matter. It will look fantastic on you. It gives a really glowy effect. As you can see, it really glows. So it's going to look fantastic. It's going to look great in the sun. It's going to look great in photos. It's going to really highlight those areas that you want highlighted. This was supposed to be limited edition, but I think because it was so popular that they've kept it around a little bit longer. Mine is shattered, which I'm really sad about again because I keep it on me. So it is a little bit fragile, so if you are always carrying it around, expect it to shatter at one point. You can press it back together. I just haven't gotten around to doing it, but I plan on using it to the very end. Alright, and next we're done. Oh no, we're not done quite yet. We got the blush. That's the last face product we have, is our blush. So for blush today, I'm using the Nars Blush. Nars is known for their blushes. They have more blush than I can probably think of, like, than any brand. So right here, I'm using the Toss right here. Oh, it's upside down. There you go. And it's a little bit more of a bricky red color right here. A lot of people I know are scared to use darker, brighter blushes, but you really don't have to be scared to use them. As long as you're only using a little bit, you're not going to get too much color. As you can see, it's really kind of more natural. It does give a little bit more of a blush color. It just kind of highlights the natural blush that you have, and I prefer a little bit more of a redder tone, so it really pulls that off. Nars blush are a little bit more expensive, but they last. I only use probably 2 dabs on my brush and then I put it on. That's all I need, and it blends in beautifully with all of my other skin products. Alrighty, so we're moving on from the face products now. So now we have our eye products. So I'm going to go over one of my favorite eye palettes today, which is the Electric Eye Palette from Urban Decay. This is my baby, okay? It's so neon and so beautiful. Look at that, it's really messy, but it's because I use it all the time. But if you see how bright and vibrant these are, it's amazing. See that? They're beautiful. Just keep looking at it. It just gets better. Alright. So, with this palette, you can use it every day because I use it every day. A lot of people don't like bright colors, but as long as you're comfortable with it, you can pull any color off. So, with this palette, there's a couple great things about it. First would be that you can use it for hair chalk. So, if you want to put a couple of streaks of some fun colors in your hair, you can do that with this, and it'll wash out super easy for the next day. These colors go on just like they look in the palette. So I'm wearing the pink today. You can see it's super vibrant. It actually comes out vibrant. A lot of the times you'll get eyeshadows that look super vibrant, you know, in the little, you know, palette, and then you put it on and you're disappointed because it's not vibrant at all. But this is not the case with the Electric Eye Palette. So if you do not have this palette and you love bright colors, go out and buy the palette right now. It's your friend. You want it. It's, I think, around $54. I think it's $54 actually. So, you know, it's a little bit pricier, but it's going to last you. You don't need a lot. It's extremely pigmented. I've had this palette for about a year now, and I haven't reached the bottom of any of the trays yet. So it's all about how much you're using. Last but not least, we're gonna go over my eyebrow product. So ever since I've been doing my eyebrows, which hasn't been forever, I only started doing them about 3 years ago when I started working in the makeup industry. But ever since I did start doing my eyes and my eyebrows, I've used only one brand really, which is Anastasia Beverly Hills. She has the best eyebrow products as far as I'm concerned. My favorite product that she has is actually the Dipbrow right here. It's a little Dipbrow pot. And I'm using the shade in chocolate. It's like one of the darkest shades. And with this product, you do not need to use a lot. You really want to start off with a little, and then if you need more, use a little bit more. Because if you use too much, it's going to take you way too long to get it off, and you're just going to get really frustrated. You're going to be like, screw it, I'm not doing my eyebrows, and nobody wants to leave the house without eyebrows. So, start out with a little bit. This is something you're going to really want to start mid. You should always start your eyebrows through mid. Start shaping the eyebrow, and then go back and just kind of brush it forward and use the product that you have left over. All right, this is fade proof, sweat proof, waterproof. This is something if you fall asleep, your eyebrows are going to look as on point as they did the night before. This is a must. This is only $23. I'm not even halfway through it, and I've probably had it for about 8 months. So it is definitely worthwhile. You will find that sometimes it starts to get a little bit dry on the top because you just keep, taking a little bit and a little bit. But all you have to do is take a little bit of a tissue, rub it around. It'll warm it up, and it'll be good as new. And it's fantastic. It's seriously the baby. It's my eyebrow baby. My eyebrow baby. All right, so I think that's going to be it for the products I'm going to review. I don't want to get too much into it right now because I am still new at this, and I've been rambling on for about 5 minutes, and it's getting a little much for me. So I just want to say thank you very much for joining me on my very first video of Fierce Fat Fabulous. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any products that you would like me to review or talk about, just let me know, and I'll see if I can get my hands on them, and if I can't, I know a lot of people that I'm sure do use them, and maybe we'll bring them in and we'll have a little guest appearance and they'll talk about the product. So thank you so much for joining us. Tomorrow we're going to be doing Hot Topic Tuesday. I really hope you enjoy the topic that I picked, and I hope you guys just really enjoyed the video. Thank you so much, and this is Fierce Fat Fabulous signing out. Bye.